Hi loves, so I'm going to be doing just a very quick showing of how I organize my like kitchen sink below it, like all of my cleaning supplies and stuff. I redid my kitchen and it still isn't done because Michael hasn't finished the molding, crown molding, but it's almost done, I promise. But I wanted to show you guys start to work on like smaller sections of the kitchen because it'll probably be a while because now his gun broke, like his nail gun or whatever. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys this. It was one of the things that needed to be done so badly even before we started redoing the kitchen because we just threw things under there when we first moved in and I never organized it. So I wanted to redo it, go through some things and sort things out, and it looks so much better now. I just wanted to film a really quick intro. But if you would like to see how I organized it, please stay tuned. Also, anything that I used in the actual like organization wise, I will post my blog post down below, which will be up tomorrow. I always post my blog post for like videos up the following day, so you can go and check that out if you want to see any of the things that I use to help keep me organized. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the disaster of storage that I have down there. So here is the final overview of what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. It's not the best, it's just like the first go round, but it's definitely a big improvement. Eventually I want Michael to pull out drawers in here so that way I can just pull this stuff out and it'll be a lot more organized. But for right now, this is pretty good. So I'm just going to kind of take you section by section. So first off, I got these clear containers from Target. I've really been wanting them, and they're pretty much like, I got them in the section like the college section, and it's kind of like what you hold all of your stuff in when you're like in college and you're using the community bathroom. But I like them for this because it's clear. I can still see the labels on things just in case, because like stuff like this I wouldn't be able to see which scent it was if it wasn't clear. So I really like these, and I think this one was $12 and the smaller one over here, which you will see, was $6 maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but like I said, I will have a blog post up tomorrow for this video, so you'll be able to see it. This over here is more of the everyday cleaning supplies, so I just have what I use most frequent in the front, and then the stuff that I don't use as much in the back. So in the front I have my Method glass cleaner, which isn't my favorite. It doesn't do anything too amazing, but obviously I have a huge thing of it, so I'm still using it. And then I really love the Mrs. Myers, I think, Everyday Clean. I think it's like the countertop spray. I use it constantly. Two of the like scents. This one is the basil, and then this one is the lemon, I think. Or no, this one is the honeysuckle. I love the way these smell. They go a really long way. You kind of have to get used to not using as much product with these, but they're really good, and they're always on sale at Target, so that makes it even better. And then, let's see if we can scoot forward and kind of look inside. I have back here is just the spray for my Bona, which I use to clean the floors, our hardwood floors. I have my stainless steel cleaner, which I use often because it gets pretty dirty between my hands and my husband's hands and my little one's hands. I have this. I try to go for all natural things when I find something that works, but if it doesn't work, I just stick to, you know, what works best. And I found that this Dust and Shine by Swiffer works amazingly for cleaning furniture, and it smells really good. I have just Resolve sitting back here. This isn't really for the kitchen, but it's the best place to put it. We use it really often in the living room, which is connected to the kitchen, so I just keep it in there. I have Dawn, which I use when I want to do a really deep clean for the countertops. I don't use it very often. As you can see, it isn't used very much, and you only need a little bit, but I like to have it in here for that. Back here I have the, what is it called, Palmolive, I don't know how to even say this, but anyways, I have this. We have a little dispenser on top of our sink for the soap, which you're gonna see in a little bit, but this is just the extra that's left over just in case we run out and I don't have any in the moment. And I have just some bug spray just in case we get ants in the summertime. I have some Goof Off, which I use kind of a lot for taking off stuff for products. And then the last thing that's in here is this 3-in-1 spray cleaner, which I use if I really want a good shine for the granite that we have. It does a really good job, but it smells very much so like chemicals, so I try not to use it as much as possible. And then over here is right where I keep all of our dishwasher pods. I got this idea, I have no idea, I think off of Pinterest maybe, but it's pretty much a genius idea. We use the pods, and we normally just keep the bag here, but this is actually like a storage container for like sugar and things like that I got from the kitchen section from Target. And I just put all of our pods in there, and it's the easiest thing ever because you can just take this off and then get what you need. And we are using Cascade, I think, in case you're wondering. There really isn't that much all the way in the back, but that right there is just another silverware holder for our dishwasher that we don't really use. I only use it when we use a lot of silverware, but we don't. So it just stays back there until we need it. Over here I have two things. First thing are these Swiffer 360 dusters. This is my first time using these. I normally use microfiber cloths, but I decided to try these out, and obviously if I do end up using them, they'll be something I use quite frequent because we have a lot of dust. It just happens, so I'd be using these often, so I wanted to keep them out in the open. Baking soda right here, which is pretty much my holy grail for cleaning things. I clean my countertop with this. I clean like stains and stuff on the floor and the carpet, and I also clean things like my pots and pans if they have a burnt spot. This thing it's amazing, so I just keep this entire thing down here rather than keeping it in the spice cabinet, which for the most part people use that to cook with and stuff or bake. Moving right over here, it's the other side of the sink, and down here are all of our trash bags. We have these, which are a little bit on the cheaper side, but we bought them a while ago, I think. And then here are some ones that we normally use. We just keep them like this. I don't feel like I need to do anything else with them. Maybe eventually I'll add one of those rolling things. They work pretty well right here. And I have black trash bags for bigger things, obviously. And then all the way back there, jug, that white jug is actually once again for killing ants and things like that, and just anything that we might have, so I keep it in here. And then we also have the stuff to clean the cooktop. I don't really use this as often. I do use like the cleaning utensils, but not necessarily the actual liquid that you use. I like to use the baking soda and water method now, so I keep those in there, but I'm still trying to use up a little bit of baking or countertop cleaner that's in there. All the way back there I keep just a couple of like random things that I don't really use, but I use on occasion, I guess. I have two of these. One is the Swiffer wet pad and the other one is a dry pad. We don't use these as often because I have the Bona, but sometimes I do use them in like the laundry room or something like that. So I just have these. And then all the way back there is a Guardsman furniture care kit. We get these with almost all of our furniture since we have a warranty for them. So I normally just stuff them all into one box and use them. We don't use them very often, like I said, but in the event that something crazy happens to our furniture, we have that to use. Lastly, over here, like I said, it's a smaller container that I think was $6. Over here I keep gloves, stuff, and then two of these cloths, which actually came with our furniture care kit, but they work really good for cleaning furniture. Or all of our sponges and things like that. I like to take them out of the packaging because I've really realized that I tend to need them like right when I'm cleaning dishes. Like I realize, oh, that sponge is nasty and now I need another one, and then I just get water everywhere trying to open up the package. So I open them all up, and then I just have different ones. I have softer ones back there, and then like kind of the more abrasive ones, and these are like a little bit abrasive too, and these are my favorite though. I actually got them from the Dollar Tree and they're really good. They come 2 in a pack for $1, and they have like a rib side and then a scrunchy side, and then like right in the middle is like really soft. It just, I feel like it does the most, especially for only paying 50 cents for one sponge. So that is pretty much it for underneath. There are a couple other things that I use for organization in this area, so I wanted to show you guys really quickly. The first thing is what we just put up actually. This little rack that's on the door, and it really helps for storing things like gloves and oven mitts and things like that that I need really quickly. It also has a rack right on top that I can store all of the dish towels. We were just kind of like raking them over the countertop, which doesn't look good in the scheme of things once everything is all, you know, cleaned up. So it's really good and it's very helpful actually. The next thing that I wanted to show you guys is pretty much probably the best thing ever that we did. I saw it somewhere or something, and I mentioned to my husband that I wanted to put it in, and I kind of forgot about it, but he remembered, and he ended up getting it put in, and I'm very excited about. We just keep all of our sponges in this little thing right here, and it makes it very easy to store everything. So we keep the sink stopper and then the sponge that we're currently using, which is the one of my favorites, like I told you guys. I also have the scrubber that I used for the cooktop to get any of the dirt off of. So it's really good to keep in here. Once again, we like not having a lot of things on the countertop, so, or at least by the sink. So we like to have this here, and it works really well. And then the last thing, which is the countertop, like I said, we do not keep anything on here. So we try not to. The only thing I want to get and put on here is something right here to actually put soap or hand soap and hand lotion, so that way when I'm done I can use it, because I normally just go in my bathroom. But that's pretty much the only thing. The only thing that I wanted to show you guys up here is where we keep all of the soap, like the dish soap. This just came with the faucet when we got it, but it's just a soap dispenser, and I really like it because I don't have to keep the bottle. Before I was keeping the bottle on top of the counter, so that way I can use it whenever I wanted to. But this is pretty much a hands-free. I just hold it and then push it down, and the soap is in there, and the bottle is underneath the sink. It's kind of a pain to get to refill it, but I don't actually have to do it, so I don't really care too much. But it looks really nice, and it's very handy for when you need to kind of get soap last minute and you have food or yucky stuff all over your hands. So that was pretty much it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour, and stay tuned for more kitchen organizational videos.